Hello fam, welcome back to another video here in the channel. Today again I'm bringing you a new sneaker review. It's actually not a new sneaker, it's a quite old sneaker. Probably I think it was released 2 years ago if I'm not mistaken. I don't know for sure, but I think it was, because I missed the drop and I missed the restock. And for some reason a lot of you guys didn't enjoy this sneaker, which I don't really understand why, but I wanted to add it to my collection for so long now. I was just waiting for that perfect retail, not even retail, below retail price to it, so I could get him and just add it to my collection. It's a Jordan 1, which, some of you guys already know by the box alone. But yeah, I love this sneaker. I don't understand why it wasn't that hype as usual. But anyway, without further ado, let's get to the review. So let's go to the actual review, guys. So in terms of the box, some of you guys already know what actually is this box and what's in this box. Just a little bit of more details in this box, because I do think this was a really slept on shoe. By the way, it says Jordan right here. The whole box looks pretty nice, okay, if you tell me. It does. By the way, it says Union right here, okay. Sizing, as you can see, pretty standard. So for the box alone, I do think this already has some storytelling, which, there are a lot of interpretations on the storytelling on this shoe. I won't get to the storytelling part. I just know that, it has some meaning to it, okay. So, I haven't shown you the back of the box, by the way. So this is the back of the box. You see a lot of braids and stuff. So, this is actually a hoop, So let's open box and see what's actually in the box, okay? So without further ado, now, soon as you open the box, you get a 96, okay, logo right there. If you see, you have this paper similar to the box, okay, which is quite nice. It basically mimics a building, okay. This is actually a building, like a building in the suburbs, which is, I think, pretty nice, to be honest. I like the way the paper shows. Actually, the paper also says Air Jordan, so it's pretty nice. Opening the box, which again, I do think the box is really, really cool, okay. But, mines are basically already opened. There's double paper on these boxes. Sorry, there's double paper. I actually just don't have the double paper right here because, I've removed it. I just, I don't like to be picking all the paper, so that's why. But basically, here's the shoe, guys, okay? This is pretty much the shoe. And again, I know that a lot of you guys slept on this shoe, and I can see why, but at the same time I don't see why. Let me just pick the other shoe, by the way. By the way, this is not paid promo, okay? There's nothing to promote here. I bought the shoes with my own money, which I'm almost running out of money because, buying shoes, it's not for the week. But basically, this is the shoe, okay? You can see that the detailing on this shoe is really cool, okay? Just the shoe alone is full of details. I think you can see this kind of imitates braids and so on. So you have the Beefies logo, not the Beefies logo, but the Beefies wording right here with some sort of stitching, which I really like, to be honest. This shoe is full of details, guys, and I do feel that they were somehow misunderstood. Maybe it's that the way they were. Not sure why. I think people were kind of afraid of, this structure right here, if you can see. I think you can, of course, right? This material right here, I think people were a little bit concerned about, if this would actually enter some water in this one. There are rainy days, right? Or even if you spill a cup, what would really happen on this? By the way, the soles. Let me show you the soles, okay? It's a pretty solid shoe, if you tell me, right? I really like this shoe. But yeah, I think people were a little bit afraid of, these braids right here. I call it braids. I think this is actually what they represent, but because this is Beefy's Beauty, so it's a hair salon, so they do have the braids, and they do braids, so that's the reference. Anyway, I think people were a little bit concerned if water would enter on these and basically make your feet wet, and they were also afraid of the structure of the shoe. So basically, as you can see, the braids right here, they kind of seem, this is soft, but again, I don't think people realize this is not just all this material right here and you have basically nothing on the other side. You actually have some protective cover. I mean, it's not really a cover, but there's something in between the actual leather and these braids right here, which pretty much they don't lose the structure. They don't. Trust me, they don't lose the structure. I have actually never worn this. This is a new pair, but I had a friend of mine that had a pair. I worn his shoe because he basically didn't want that shoe. So I wore that shoe a couple of times, and they never lose structure, really. And by the way, this is premium leather, guys. This is not something that it's not premium, so you can see the tumble leather. This is butter smooth leather. So again, it's a really nice shoe. I'm really happy that I was able to add it to my collection. I really wanted this shoe for so long now. I missed on release. I wasn't able to get it on restock. It actually restocked on Sneakers app, I think 1 or 2 years ago, and I wasn't able to get it as well. So I'm pretty happy that I was able to grab this. And by the way, below retail. I got this shoe below retail, which is crazy to get a Union shoe, a Union Jordan 1 below retail. So you get why I'm happy, really, because I'm definitely happy with this shoe. Come on. Again, let me just show you on feet too, so you can see how the shoe actually sit, okay? And I will put some nice pants so you can actually see how they look, So let's go ahead for the on feet, guys. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you did enjoy the on feet. Maybe, just maybe you changed your opinion about this, or maybe, you didn't, and that's completely fine. It's always up to you. If you don't like, you don't like. If I like, I like. I will always give you my honest opinion about any pair of sneakers. So this is my honest opinion about this. I do like this sneaker a lot, and I'm really happy I was able to get it in my collection. By the way, you can really grab this by retail, okay? Under retail, which is even better. So if you want this shoe, go ahead. I think it's almost $50 off the retail price. So try and get it, guys, if you want. And this was this review. Let me know any questions in the comments, anything that you would like me to add in the future. In terms of sizing, again, pretty standard for Jordan 1. I will always rock one size up, so I will size up at least one size. I like to go comfortable, So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much, and see you in the next one.